every time I pull up at the let out of
That makes any cut floor. I already know they're gonna rip me up for this, but man, I was having a conversation about Beyonce, and I was really trying to figure out what is it that people like about Beyonce. Can somebody? Because it's not the vocals. It's not the vocals.
She can sing as
actually,
well.
she
Now.
can
Don't
sing,
do that.
Actually, she can sing. Like Beyonce can sing, man. You got to listen to. You got to hear her. Like really listen to her and hear her sing. Like go get away from the songs.
But like whose level are we putting her on though?
Her level.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, she's kind of her own. You can't. It's kind of like
she's not one of the classics. She's not one of the soul classic. Like matter of fact, shoot me, K. Michelle's better.
Vocally, yes.
Vocally, K. Michelle's better than a few people, but
yeah,
as far as overall talent, K. Michelle can't touch her.
Period.
Beyonce is a performer, so it's different.
Right.
Okay, I give you that. I'll let her be a performer, but I was about to say vocals ain't it.
No,
she has vocals. I can sing some stuff with her vocals. We're not gonna do that.
I mean, give me an example. What song?
I didn't say she was whooping K. Michelle, but I just said she has vocals.
You can go on YouTube, and there are plenty of videos where she's singing a cappella.
She sung at the inauguration.
And also, if you haven't seen her live, I'm not even gonna have this conversation with you.
Okay, well, I mean, I might not be your person to even really be truly voicing no opinion in.
You shouldn't be.
And be honest with you.
Tell us about Lil Boosie, all them now.
Yeah, B
give us a breakdown on them.
B is the queen for a reason, bro. She is.
And it's not even just with her performance and her vocals. It's everything that she does that has to do with
showmanship.
Yeah, it like her entire shows, her concert.
I mean, does Tamar Braxton have more vocals though?
Oh hell yeah!
Then Beyonce. That's what I'm saying. Like who?
I mean, but Tamar's a sea creature.
But you cut me off.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like we got so many people that we call mediocre that's better though.
You're stuck on vocals. Let me help you move away from vocals, okay?
So her vocals are mediocre at best.
No.
Beyonce?
No.
Beehive, get him.
I know.
Hell no. It ain't no mediocre at best. That girl.
No, it's not though.
I want to move you away from the vocals though, because a lot of her music she write, a lot of her music she produced, her shows she oversee everything that goes on with her shows, from what they're wearing, how they're performing, the lighting, all of that. That's all her. You can't take that from her because you think her vocals are mediocre. That is why trust me, she earned that. She ain't just started, she ain't come in. This has been years. This is from Destiny's Child. Even when she was with Destiny's Child, she was writing. She was producing music. She might be a writer. She was producing music then.
So it's
stuff with their show then.
I'm trying to categorize this. Is it the vocals? Is it the showmanship? Or is it the content?
All that shit.
It's all
that shit.
I mean, look, we got to rank that shit then.
If you want to put her in a category, put her in there with Mike.
Beckford?
Who is Mike Beckford?
You're so disrespectful.
I'm just saying. I know we ain't talking Jordan or Jackson.
Yes, you are.
I mean, shit, maybe not even.
But Chris, all this stuff that I'm telling you, you don't have a clue, and you're trying to categorize her on
talking Jackson because
alone. That's not fair.
Sure.
People thought that, like, because his voice was a little bit different, especially when he got older. But people were saying that same thing about Mike. They were like, "Oh, he can't really sing, blah blah." But Mike can sing. He had his own lane, though, the way he sang. So, and he had the performance.
Like Trey Songz, right?
No, that's different.
Matter of fact, he's the female Beyonce. He's the male Beyonce. Then fuck it.
Oh no, sir, we're not gonna do that. I was just playing games.
You are very disrespectful.
He's more of a. He has his own lane. More of a.
He does.
He's more of an out there never.
If we, I mean, we just put y'all ass just clearly said that Tamar was better.
Vocal
was better.
Just because somebody else can sing better does not mean that she still cannot sing good too.
Oh my
Like,
God.
let's not get
feel
that
like
twisted.
I'm talking. I feel like
Matter
I'm
of fact, she and Keisha
talking.
Cole ain't. She Keisha Cole in.
Chris.
Keisha Cole can actually sing to me though. She ain't just.
I mean, I like Keisha Cole though. So that's what I'm saying. I like Keisha Cole.
Okay.
I went to a concert.
Wait a
She
minute,
can
hold
blow.
up. But
That's
let's
what
go
I'm
back to
saying,
Tamar. Let's go back to Tamar.
Yeah.
Cause you're trying to
She can sing
categorize Tamar
underwater.
in the same in the same category with Beyonce. On her show, Get Your Life, she had a problem with producing her own music.
Who?
Tamar. Was it
Uh,
Alicia that she couldn't write it? They wanted her to write it. It was a problem with that. It was a problem with her singing in front of people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you give Beyonce something, it's bam, there it is. There's no comparison. Vocally, she got her, but everything
so
else.
vocally, she's Drake.
Vocally, she's who?
Drake.
Huh.
She
Who's
sing,
Drake?
she perform, and she write her own shit, and it's all right.
Drake don't write his own shit.
It comes together, and everybody
Drake don't
loves
write his own shit.
He does for the most part. Well,
Ghostwriter.
I think
a rapper with a
just saying,
ghostwriter,
he
he still writes a lot of his own
kind of Drake
stuff.
then. She's kind of Drake then.
No,
She's
she's
still
not.
Do a little bit of rapping, do a little bit of singing. I perform and write my own shit.
No.
And for the most part, I got a big ass fan base that's gonna ride or die.
No.
You gotta feel that. You gotta feel that.
But Sylvia, I would like to interject and say you are arguing with
a little boosted fan.
I didn't want you to get too invested in your feelings. It was like, hey,
I'm sitting here and I'm like, I feel like I'm arguing with one of my damn Gigi babies.
He was getting
I feel like I'm arguing with Logan.
She was getting passionate, and me and Alicia was over here like
don't go there.
Hey, we all have our passionate moments on here. Hey, I'm slick part of the Beehive. You not coming from a girl, period.
You know that's why this shit gonna fuck around and make the cut. And I don't even know what.
You are not motherfucking coming from Beyonce.
What is this topic?
You see how loyal I am to Beehive?
On time.
Loyalty. You see how loyal I am to the Beehive?
Right. She ready to get me. She ready to argue me down.
But so yeah, loyalty. I guess we can start the intro, or maybe.
I'll go.
Yeah. We here, shit. Get the lid out. We got Will, aka Bob. Goddamn Chris.
That was so rough.
Hey.
Will, aka Bob.
Shit.
Fucking.
Hey, that's the intro. I like it. It's gangster.
Yeah.
Hell me. Shit. Silver. I ain't got no way. Hey, it's me.
Okay, so let's roll, man. Let's roll. What we talking about, Chris?
All right, so one of the first topics that I know if we may want to touch on it. I don't know if we're pulling what we did in our pre-show into this or not, but I think that talking about the inauguration is one. Forgive me if I didn't catch all of the topics throughout this week, but it's kind of open and going from the hip.
One of them was loyalty that we were going to talk about. We talked about the inauguration. I don't know if we recorded it. We kind of touched on it a little bit, but we can go into depth since Alicia came in and maybe she want to give her take on it. Yeah, so those were the topics. And then if we have time, depending on, I guess, how much time we got, then we can just figure it out. I got another topic, but we have to see what the time looks like.
Let's go and start with that one. You've been trying to get this one in for a couple of weeks now, man.
What's that? Loyalty?
Yeah, you was ready to give up on it.
Hey, you had a whole topic from a couple of weeks ago, man.
Loyalty?
What's the loyalty?
Yes.
Yeah, mine was divorce, and loyalty was another one. I had two or three of them.
Okay, so what about loyalty?
Well, we're just kind of saying, like, why is it that people are loyal to certain things that are trivial, but or seem trivial. Let me say that because it could be, big for them, but seemingly trivial things. But why is it that we're so loyal to things that we really don't really need to be loyal to, as opposed to the things that we need to be loyal to, which is like family, some friends. When we talk about friends, is like, one, you strike once, it's over. I don't want to deal with you no more. If you owe me money one time, or if you do me wrong, fool me twice, that type of deal. So
yeah,
I just kind of want to talk about why people are that way, and what are your thoughts on loyalty, and let's just expound on it.
okay,
Yeah. So
all right,
I
so
yeah.
I
So
guess
I mean,
jumping straight in. I
I'll
mean,
jump
that
in.
can go
Go
in a
ahead.
whole lot of different ways. Now, go ahead. They can go a whole lot of different ways, though.
No, go ahead. You good?
Okay, so for the most part, as far as being loyal to people versus things, I think for a lot of people, it's always going to be easier to be loyal to stuff because you don't have to take the chance of something going wrong, left, or you're not really invested in it. People, that's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother story when it comes to being loyal with people. Because I'll use for an example, if I feel either loyal to you or I feel like you're supposed to be loyal to me, and you do something that I kind of feel like is out of line, I'm ready to just kind of say fuck it. Like you said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And don't nobody really want to deal with being that person that's been fooled time and time again by somebody who they thought was in their corner.
But I think
Watch your circle. Watch your circle.
that Will said something interesting once before, and we kind of talked about this. I don't know if it was just amongst us, if we talked about it on the podcast, but you can go to work and your job can burn you numerous times. We go to work mad as hell all the time. You have a boss that then screwed your ass over several different times.
Yep.
But you'll still find a way to go in there and to be respectful, jovial, do your job, mingle, and then go on about your business. So I think it depends. We pick and choose what and who we want to be loyal to. And I think a lot of times the only thing we loyal to a lot of times out of selfishness is our motherfucking self. So let's just be real.
Because
And don't fuck with me, and because for the job, let's not fuck with each other for beneficial reasons. Because that's what I feel like a job is. If you fucking with me for beneficial reasons, then that's a whole different story.
right.
We beneficial off one another.
Yeah, I think she hit it dead on. Is yeah, that situation is kind of like many others where you'll find people to be loyal to one person but not another person. Job, for instance, like she said, you go in, these people do you wrong, and you can say, well, this is how I eat. Why can't we treat relationships the same way? Like, okay, well, this is a person this is family, or this is my husband, or this is my wife. Why can't we be the same way and say, well, this is a little bit different because it's family. I need to kind of try to work a little bit harder to be a little bit more loyal to this person, so on and so forth. We're so quick to like get rid of people and toss people out of our lives and just like, oh, it's just me. Why is that? Like, why can't we get to that level where we're not so like she said, selfish and self-involved to where we just think, oh, I don't want nobody to touch me. Why is it so different, Chris?
And I'm gonna go straight back to being beneficial. If for a person, I have you either in my life because I want you there, or you bring joy to me. But if you're doing the opposite of that, I for me, I go straight out and just say it. For me, a lot of family, I don't really associate with a lot of family. Because if you are a person that's normalized bullshit, and normalized dysfunction, I don't really like that.
Right.
So if versus, like I said, messing with somebody for a beneficial reason, you're not beneficial to me, nor are you contributing to my happiness. It's a wrap. So,
right. But then
for me, I don't know why maybe that's just the coldness of Chris, you know, I'll say, but I have a low tolerance level for that.
Right.
Then
me too. On that, in that sense, as far as like just that. But Sylvia, I'm serious, like, for your take, because I really want to know about why is it so, like, when people say marriage is hard or friendships are hard or just relationships are hard, is it like, if we could really be a little bit more loyal? Because let's give you an example. Let's say, like, people will say don't loan people more money than you know what I'm saying, that if you need it back, don't loan it, whatever. But you loan somebody $200 and they don't pay you back, and you know, you mad, and you like, I'm through fucking with them. I loaned the motherfucker $200, and now you know this and that, man. That's, you know what I'm saying, like, I was loyal to her, I helped her out, this and that, but then, you know what I'm saying, when it coming around to paying me back, look how she treat me, type of deal. So I'm done with it. That level of loyalty to me is surface loyalty. So, you know, if it's worth $200, it ain't worth shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, how do we get past that? And what's your thoughts on loyalty, period?
That's a self person. It still goes back to selfishness. At the end of the day, it's still gonna go back to the whole selfishness thing, because you're only thinking about, you know, yourself. And, you know, some people that are like that in the situation forgive for them and they didn't necessarily reciprocate. It's there's no one direct answer, because I think it's loyalty is circumstantial. You know what I mean? It depends on the circumstances, depends on the person. And so does it mean that if you loan somebody some money and they don't pay you back, but you're still cool with them, so does that mean that you're still loyal to them? You just ain't gonna loan them no more money?
I know to what extent.
You can be. You can
I know
be.
to what extent.
You can be. You just
I can
like
deal with you.
Right. What he said, like, you could be loyal. When I say loyalty, I mean just like tossing people for a reason. Like, you fuck on me once, I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't dealing with you no more. Like, where's the loyalty? Over if you do that one time and it's over.
People, some people are like that. Some people are like that because they've been burnt really bad,
so many
and
times.
they are afraid of it happening again. So that goes back to the selfishness again. I'm gonna protect myself at all costs. I'm not gonna let, you know, it happened to me before. I don't care who you are. You know, you didn't do it, but I'm not gonna allow that to happen, you know, more than once. You may not have had no intentions of harming me or hurting me or, you know, being disloyal or dishonest with me in this situation, but because I was burnt so bad, I'm not even allowing myself to open the door for that. And then even what Chris said, like, if you toxic,
yeah, I feel like it's a lot of what Alicia said is past trauma. Past trauma will do it to you.
Right.
Right.
Do y'all think that it's also do y'all think it also breaks down to race and background? I don't say, because I think for us, we have always had in our culture, most of us, that I wish a motherfucker would.
Right.
So we be waiting for a motherfucker to cross us so I can go ahead and cut that ass
cut you off. And that's a big thing too. That's
yeah.
a big thing. Like you said, cutting people off is a big thing in our community too.
It is.
We make that a thing, like we do snitching. I didn't mean to cut you off, but when you said that, it's kind of like, that's what we do. Like, we'll make things a big thing and then it's really not cool. It's really not the way to be, in a sense, where we get what you're saying. You don't want to be around somebody that's toxic and that's, you know, constantly getting over on you and fucking you over. We don't want that, because you do have to detach. But at the same time, I think we get so quick with the I wish somebody would type of mentality that we lose the loyalty that goes along with building a friendship or a relationship. And we give it to shit like football team, that same loyalty. Again, no, a football team is not, you know, taking money from you, but in some cases, I know people who bet on football games and their team's losing every goddamn season. So you're still losing money, and the team don't owe you shit. You buying their merchandise and they ain't giving you shit. But entertainment, and every year you keep going right back to that thing, putting your jersey on, repping your team, buying your
feelings get hurt.
Feelings get
Teen
hurt.
blues.
Real feelings though, and it's not like
Yes.
these are just like these. With some people, it's real feelings, but they loyal as shit, and then will go home to their wife and be like, "Man, this bitch got one more time," you know, and it's like, what, like.
You know,
dude.
I guess it's like signing up. Like if I know that I'm going on a roller coaster, I'm expecting to be on a roller coaster, but don't put me on one when I don't want to be there.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's pretty much selective loyalty, I guess. Like Sylvia said. Like
So what's for the guys? Then I have a question for y'all. What is the bros over hoes mentality? Because y'all be more faithful and want to be up under another hard leg nigga as opposed to a woman. So what's up
I'm
with
not
that?
for that. I don't subscribe to that magazine.
That's you know what? I know of that magazine and I get it. And what happens is that is another one of our cultural things that is just cool to do. Now, even like there's other like Caucasian people do that. You know, some of the younger cats, they do that bros over hoes type of deal. I think that's probably where it came from. But I think what happens is you look at it like if you're a dude, you don't want to get fucked over. And when you do things for a girl and you constantly do things for a girl, a lot of times you're doing all the giving, right? You're doing more of and from a guy's perspective, you're doing more shit for the girl. Whereas when you with guys and it's your dude, he actually gonna be there to help you out in certain situations.
Yeah, it's more reciprocated.
Right.
You expect more of it anyway.
You get more
it just naturally happens.
Right. It's like I can play video games. I ain't gotta listen to no nagging. I ain't gotta spend a whole lot of money. And if I do spend it on my partner, he probably gonna give me something back. Whereas if I do it for my girl, it's expected that that's what I'm supposed to do. So it's a lot that goes into it. So that, you know what I'm saying, for dudes to say that. And then dudes feel like they gotta be tough. So if they in a fight, the female not gonna really help. She gonna be there waiting on you to do the fight. Dude got me. Like he's gonna be there fight with me.
That's some bullshit, but okay.
I'm just telling you the reasons why they say that.
A lot of times, and I see where that's going. And a lot of times, you know, your dude gonna help you in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna expect nothing out of him. He gonna do it anyway. A woman's gonna more so expect you to do certain kind of things. This is as retarded as this sounds. I don't expect you to help me lift. I wouldn't expect my woman to help me lift the couch or help me move or nothing like that. But my guy got me.
Right.
He gonna be there through the good, the bad. He ain't gonna get mad at me for little shit like my woman.
She might not go ahead and help you lift the couch, but I'm sure she gonna help you pay for the motherfucker. She gonna clean the motherfucker. She gonna move the motherfucker so she can sweep up underneath the bitch. So don't do that. Don't sell us short.
I really thought the saying came from like a dude was with a girl, he was really into her, he really loved her, and she did some fuck shit like cheated on him or stole.
That's what I'm saying. That too. He not gonna get hurt like that. And
then you know his boys like his bros over hoes, fuck them hoes. What Chris Brown said, hoes ain't loyal. That's where I feel
it's a combination. It is a little bit of that, but it don't. It's a consolidated thing. It's not really just that one thing. It's when we say that, it's a combination of reasons because you're not just gonna be like, man, bros over hoes just because a female fucked you over. Like it's got to be a combination of females that fucked you over plus motherfucker gonna call me money. If I'm with my dudes, I can do what I do. I'm I'm safe with my cats. But if I'm with a girl, I'm expected to put her ass on the inside of the sidewalk and I die. So it's like. Like it's just those things. I'm just saying, like it's just those type of things where it'd be like, I'd rather just be with my dude so I can relax and let my nuts hang. With my girl, I gotta act a certain way. It's just a whole bunch of it's a combination.
You want to be with your dude so you can let your nuts hang.
Why your girl gotta be a hoe though, bros over hoes?
See, y'all making it something that it ain't. Y'all making it something that it ain't. That is not what it is.
Just ask the question. I just asked the question.
It rhyme. It sound good. Reasons, smeezins. What the fuck is smeezins? This shit rhyme.
But the women, I'll say this. I noticed this. Women don't have that same code. A woman will say fuck her gal, her girls, her friends, as soon as a dude comes into a picture. Y'all don't live by that code at all.
it should depend on, you have to have balance no matter what, but it should also depend on what your relationship with is that man. If this is your husband, your fiance, or a serious relationship, then that man's hierarchy as your life should be high, to where if I got to choose between being with my dude or with my girl, within
Y'all
that
meet
balance,
a whole brand new
your
nigga and just
man
drop your girls off the
should
face
be
of the
one.
earth.
Yeah, that's different though. That you
That's
talking
whole
about.
I mean,
shit.
that's
That
what
ain't
needed
women
to be.
shit.
We
That's
ain't
whole
talking about
shit.
that.
Right, that's
How
more
women
I mean,
marriage.
I've
You
seen
don't say
it.
bros over. You don't say bros over hoes type of deal when you like when it's your wife.
That's whole
Yeah.
shit. That's
That's
not
yeah.
really
different.
wife
We
shit. That's
talking
whole
dudes
shit.
that are dating or have maybe a significant other. He can probably still have that mentality because he ain't locked down yet. But when you get married or you with somebody for a long period of time, which is what legally married, then it's a little bit different because
Women be
nobody
in a 2-week
even sees it.
relationship and won't call their girls back
Right,
because they with new dudes.
right.
That's whole shit, not women shit. So I keep telling y'all.
Yeah, you
Well,
saying that from a married
you
woman
saying that
perspective.
you're right. You saying that from your perspective, from
But when you
I
got
ain't always been married.
but when you got single mama that's trying to go on here and snatch on one, she ain't calling her girls back.
Well, I can't relate to that either.
I'm gonna tell you, I know for a fact, right, that it happened, man. I ain't gonna say who, but it happened when I was there and I was listening to the call, and it was one of them things where they like the person they were supposed to go out. These two girls, they were supposed to go out. Everything was good. Everything was planned. Shit, man. She ended up calling that girl, man. And was like, "Hey, what you doing?" That motherfucker told her, "Hey, plans have changed." Tell that motherfucker plans. Hey man, woman, last time you heard a black woman say shit like that.
and us guys don't tend to do that. We don't tend to move like that.
That's the polite way. That's some polite shit. Plans have changed.
Yeah.
We don't move like that.
That's
though.
a bold. Now, I ain't gonna lie. You can say blows over whole, but I had a dude, man. Like again, it's loyalty. Like you feel a certain type of way. It goes back to that. You can say bros over hoes, but in all honesty, man, dudes be fucking you over too. Like it just depends on. And that's why, like Chris said, I think on another show that he's to himself and he don't really just hang around a whole lot of people. But dudes will do that shit too. I had a dude leave me stranded, man. Like I was like, dude, my car, me and at the time it was my girl. It was like me and my girl, we out here stranded in the car, boom, boom. My man was like, we all lit. I was like, we over here on, I think it was Mendenhall or something like that. And we over here on Mendenhall. My man was like, man, I'm kind of watching the game. Nigga.
The game?
I was like, bruh, like, seriously? And he was for real. I was like, man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, I mean.
He wasn't worried about it.
He wasn't.
And that's yeah. And I probably had said something about that. I don't never, that will get you cut off. When I realized that one moment, when I realized that I can't ask you for the same shit that you've asked me for,
bruh.
It's a wrap. That's your cutoff point.
I'm gonna tell you,
I can't ask you for the same shit you've asked me for.
But you know what? This is something that I've learned, and I think like a small piece of my of a conversation I had with my barber kind of led me to this way of thinking and my mentality on things. Again, it goes back to loyalty. And what Sylvia said, you can be loyal, but I don't fuck with you like that no more. So I just look at it like, okay, in that sense, I can't fuck with you. Like, I know I can't depend on you. I'm not gonna let you depend on me.
Right.
But we still straight. I talk to you, conversation. You have to put things in perspective. You don't want to, because it's hard to find good people. And then again, too, people are human and they mess up. Right. But now if they keep doing it, that's when the problem comes. Keep doing it. But that's what the thing I was talking about with loyalty comes from, is like, when I do it one time, like I've been knowing you 20 years, and two or three times out of that 20 years, I done did some shit that you don't really care for, that you feel like is shady. Like, come on, like that's 20 something years. Yeah. Look at how egregious it is. Why are we talking like loyalty? Yeah. Why are we talking like tossing that out the window for some BS? That's what I'm saying. Like the level of loyalty when people do like, it's right, that's 20 years.
Yeah, no, you just don't ask me for that shit no more.
Ever. Like I'm not going.
Like your partner that left you stranded can't call you and be like, bro, I just caught a flat.
Nah, but I'm gonna tell you, in this situation, right? And in this situation, it's a little bit different. But in I kind of forgave him because he did something for me that I was like, I really appreciate it. And I was like, okay, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking
You
about.
can make up for it. You feel
right,
like
but it took. But think about this: had I left him alone then, the years later, right? So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta. It may take time, but people can redeem themselves. That's why the loyalty needs to be a little bit longer than what people are giving it. Sometimes, you know.
Right, but I can agree. I can agree with what you just said in the sense of, you know what, you learn the extent of what you can fuck with somebody through situations.
That's a fact. And until that point, and even to this day, but to that point, it's still, you know. But up until that point, yeah, it was like that. It's like,
but you know, I think it's just this time and this generation, because you know this the cancel your ass real quick generation.
Cancel culture.
Man,
facts.
which they, you know, and I've had
at least a part of that.
Tell me, you know, because I have my group of friends that we've been friends 30 plus years, and they'll be like, we don't have friends like that. Like, I wish we had, you know, all my friends, and we were still friends 30 years later. We could say we were friends 30 years ago.
You don't need them.
Yeah. Because one of the first things that I know we're about to lose time, but one of the things I think that's really fucked up is, man, Bill Cosby threw Trump all them hoes, and he didn't pardon him. Like, he just looked him bald face in the eye and was like, fuck it, I ain't gonna pardon you after all them hoes you sent me.
That nigga pardoned Kodak. He was like, who else can we? He ain't gonna pardon me. Bill said he ain't gonna pardon me. He gonna pardon Kodak.
Now I thought for sure he was gonna let Joe Exotic out. I was shocked about that.
That man let
Kodak.
Man, free Kodak, man.
No.
Y'all know I mess with the project kid, man.
Every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.